The man once deeply loved his ex-girlfriend who was now about to become his mother-in-law. He couldn't accept this reality no matter how hard he tried. In frustration he tried to destroy the engagement ring in her hand right there, but his wife happened to see what he was doing. She thought he had no right to throw away the ring her father gave her. Even so, she insisted he wasn't qualified to discard her father's gift. He couldn't accept that the girl he grew up with would become his mother-in-law. In the end he couldn't stop it from happening. Minxio's mother wanted the rich man to give up on her daughter, so she purposely asked Taishan for a luxury villa, hoping he'd think she was selling her daughter for money. But to her surprise, Taishan delivered the property deed the very next day. That completely startled Minxio's mother. Her plan didn't work at all. So that same day she rushed to meet the old lady, and returned the villa to her entirely, explaining she only did it to make her son realize it was impossible. She never expected to actually receive a real mansion, but because of this honest act, the old lady suddenly felt at peace. She agreed on the spot to her son marrying her daughter, believing that if two people love each other, parents shouldn't interfere too much. After all, blocking them would only bring their children pain. From now on she would treat Minxio as her own daughter. The old lady's sudden change of heart left the mother speechless, because from the start she never agreed to Taishan becoming her son-in-law. After saying that, she stormed out of the mansion. Even though the bride's family didn't approve of the marriage, the old lady still held a family gathering in secret to discuss her son and daughter-in-law's engagement. Taishan was surprised his mother suddenly agreed to the marriage. She was against it just yesterday, and now she wanted to plan the wedding herself. At that moment he was deeply grateful to her. When Jingxian heard the news, her heart sank. She completely disagreed with this marriage, so she tried to leave the dinner immediately. Everyone could tell she was against her sister marrying her father-in-law, but no one cared about her opinion. Minxio saw her struggle and felt pleased. This was her first step in getting back at her ex-boyfriend. Unable to accept the marriage, Jingxian went to Minxio's house that night drunk and upset, and lashed out at her foster father to vent her emotions, blaming him for protecting the man who had hurt her mother, saying that was what led her to this miserable life, and made her abandon love to become cold and bitter. Her outburst shocked everyone in the house. Her foster mother rushed to stop her before things went too far. It was then they learned Minxio was really marrying Taishan, and that the wedding date had already been set. Ironically, her own family had no idea about it. If they didn't act now, it would be too late. But her foster mother thought Jingxian was just drunk and rambling, so Jingxian had no choice but to meet Minxio again, apologizing over and over, saying she shouldn't have left her so heartlessly, begging her not to take revenge for what happened back then. But Minxio refused to even respond, and as his new mother-in-law told him to stop bothering her, Jingxian was furious but powerless. The old lady wanted to introduce Minxio to her relatives, so she took her to a boutique, and bought her elegant, expensive clothes. The outfits looked perfect on her. The old lady was completely satisfied. Soon Jingxian heard about this, so she asked her foster mother to stop it while there was still time. If the old lady introduced Minxio to the relatives, that would mean the wedding was official. At first the foster mother ignored Jingxian's words, until she saw Taishan still driving her daughter home. Then she could no longer pretend it wasn't happening. She couldn't accept a man her own age becoming her son-in-law. The more she thought about it, the more upset she became and stormed to the scene.